All right, what's going on, guys? What's going on? This is another Atlanta DJ, Atlanta DJ Zone Tech Tuesday Live. This is the last show of 2020. You're here with the kid, aka Kenyon Ellis, and tonight topic is how to get rid of the annoying request. What I came up with, or an idea that I had. Hold on a second. I lost my background behind me. There we go. An idea that I had, and let me center my camera. My camera is has swerved. Okay, that's it. All right. What had happened was, and this is not just one. This is like several times that I've seen many DJs that post in the groups and in the forums about events that they've done and the requests that they've get. Either is the drunken female or is the drunken guy that's hanging around that's always trying to request a song. So basically, they're trying to turn DJs into jukebox. Now, some of you, uh, some people don't have a problem with it, but the thing is, when you allow it to happen, some people will consistently abuse that power. So you may request one song and you may play it. Then they like, okay, well, if he can play my song, then he can play my girl's song, or he can play this person's song, or whatever. Or I could go and request more songs. So then you got that one person, and then you may have it snowball to other people. They may see that you're taking requests for other people, and they may want to put that request in as well. At this point, you just became a jukebox. You went from being a DJ, from somebody that's controlling the floor, controlling the music, controlling the environment, to being a jukebox. So after seeing several posts, and it was this last post that occurred last week that gave me the idea. Okay, let's come up with a solution for 2021. Even though we're going through a pandemic and there's not many events or a constant flow of events that's going on where this is happening, let's come up with a solution that will work when everything comes to normal, or if by chance you just happen to get something between the meanwhile that will work with you. So one of the ideas that I came is, of course, using your social media. Now, the idea that I came up with is either creating a personal page, a separate account, or something that's that can be linked or that you have access to where you give out this information prior to time, whether it's posted outside the venue at the door, or if it's posted in front of the booth, or like somebody recently showed they had information on the back of their laptop. Now, me personally, I wouldn't go that close and allow people to get that close, because then they can. Oh, okay. Charge. All right, didn't have the power cord pushed in on the and I wore the wrong shirt. Um, so as I was saying, and I forgot what I said, or allow them to get to get that close. Either it's better to have the information for them to send a request prior to either coming to the event or getting to the event and then coming up to you than having them standing in front of you and trying to get that information in. So the idea that I came up with was using social media, like I say, either using a different account or create a personal page that will have this and have either a hashtag or have the account listed or even have a QR code to where a person can go to that page and put that information in. They can put in the artist name, the put in the artist name and the title. Most people either know one or the other, and sometimes not both. To do that, and then also put in hashtag the name of the venue. That way, if you ever need to get that playlist again or to find that particular track, you'll probably be able to find it by finding the hashtag under that playlist. And when you do your hashtag, you want to make sure that you do your hashtag with the name, hashtag the name of the event, and then a date, maybe 12 29 20. 12/29/2020 or whatever. So it's more specific to the time that you got that request in. Now, the reason why you do want to take requests as opposed to saying, well, I'm a DJ, I don't take no requests from nobody, is because the people that are coming to hear you play may have specific songs that they want to hear, or there's new music that's out that you don't know about. And of course, you'll know about this if you do 16 Sweet 16 parties or any type of tea party. The music is constantly changing. The trap and ratchet or noise or whatever you want to call it music, there's a new artist. There's a new artist every week, or there's a new track every week. So the only way that you can follow it is trying to follow where they get access to it on YouTube, which that may change daily as well. You may have somebody's cousin that released a track on YouTube, and all of a sudden that track has gone viral, and it's not in your list of videos that you watch. So sometimes you can keep up with it, sometimes you can't. But the best thing to do is take requests and then take those requests down and make a playlist. You may be able to fit what people may request into your set or your playlist for the night. If you go through and check and be like, okay, I already had this song, cross this one out. Okay, this song I'm playing, I already have this song, I already have. And you may find out that a lot of the songs that people may request are most likely songs that you're going to play anyway, especially if it's top 40 or mainstream. So you don't really have to worry about that. It's the new songs, the new tracks or whatever. And somebody may even request a track that you didn't even think about playing. You'd be like, oh well, I need to add this to my playlist. I haven't added this song yet. So you may have to go into your record pool and download that specific track. So I guess what probably need to do now is try to figure out how to put this together because I came up with the idea, but uh, not the logistics or putting it together. And that's where I ask for you, for everybody to come up with an idea, and right now we can kind of brainstorm and put something together. So Let me shut this down. All right, so coming up with the idea and trying to figure out how it works. Now, what I came up with, or the idea that I have, is using some type of social media platform, whether you want to use Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, even Snapchat or whatever. Come with a platform that you can use that people can access more more freely. And well, the three that I listed, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, are probably the most common. I would suggest, I mean, I don't use my Twitter and my Instagram accounts that well, so I don't know how how that would implement with it. If you're somebody that's more proficient in those two accounts than I am, so if you come up with an idea, let me know. But right now, I'm thinking as for the term of using Facebook. Using Facebook, you would be able to create a personal page and then have that personal page to where you only have request posts posted there. And uh, I guess you might want to leave it open for public and not have it private. You may want to do it for private later when you get a certain amount of when you get a certain amount of people to join in, or if you start to have problems where there's uh, there's spam or hackers that are coming in, then you may want to shut it down for private. Or when you just feel like you have those patrons that are your loyal fans that are there that always put in a request for tracks. Now, in most cases, this account or this page or whatever will only be active right before you do an event. What you want to do is, or the idea that I had in mind is to have everybody that's linked to that account send them a message, let them know where you're playing, let them know where you're playing, create a post. And this is probably the best way. Create a post so then each new post that you create is a different location that you're at. So create a post and saying tonight we're playing at blah blah blah. If you want to get your request in, um, add in to the comments here with the hashtag um, nightclub ATL 12/29/2020. That way it's more specific. It's kind of like when you do photos on a digital camera. It's better to do photos where you have a timestamp than to just do photos with a number series. Because if you do photos with a number series, like say for instance, okay, let's use this one for example. Say for instance, this Sony camcorder right here. This is a Sony camcorder. Now, this Sony camcorder, whenever I take snapshots, the snapshots could be labeled as DSC 0001, and then sequentially in order after that 0001, 0002, 003, and so forth, moving on down. Now, at the point when I take those photos off and save them to storage, like to an external drive or whatever, that's what it'll be labeled as. I clear off the camera, clear off the memory card, clear off the internal memory, and I start taking more pictures. Now, if those new pictures are named exactly as I had saved on the external, now I have DSC 0001 there. Now I'm creating a new DSC 001. And unless I save them in a different folder, it's going to create a conflict. If I try to save them in the same folder, it's going to ask me, do I want to overwrite? So, in this way, by adding, making it more specific as a timestamp, and you just do event and date, you don't have to do the time or whatever, and you can shorten it up to whatever you want to. You don't have to do 12/29/2020. You can do, well, I would say do that, but you can do 12/20/20 to where that playlist, if you're playing at that specific club throughout that month, it will still be it will still be within it. You just have requests that were made from December 1st to December 31st, as opposed if you did specific date, you would have December 1st, December 2nd, December 3rd, December 4th, December 5th, December 6th, and so forth down to where it'll be categorized to where it will be found more efficient. So that's what I would say to do. Now, as for how that'll work, I guess it'll be more trial and error. I didn't really think about the whole method of it, and that's where I wanted to have it. I wanted to do it last week's podcast, but I ended up getting too busy since it was Christmas. It was around Christmas. I had a lot of stuff going on here, so I didn't get a chance to do it. I didn't get a chance to even be here for the show because I wasn't available. So I said I save it for the next time that I do it, and today is that day. So creating a social media account and creating a post advertising. I would do that post maybe 2 days before. Now, this is if you have a following. If you have a following of maybe 100 to 200 people that are either subscribed or that likes that page or that are members of that page or whatever, then that works pretty good, especially if they're consistent requesters, those that request all the time. Now, you can also put a disclaimer on there that if if the uh, if the request doesn't fit the genre or the mood for that night, it will not be played. So you can make sure that you get certain stuff cleared out of the way. That's one thing that you want to clear out the way. Another thing you may want to clear just in general that you may not be able to do in a request, especially if there's a private event and the person that's hosting it is the person that's in charge for what music that they will play. Like if it's an artist or whatever, and they may want their tracks played, even tracks that are featured with artists or artists that they work with, then that's what you're gonna play for that night. Your client is the artist, and his clients are the people that's come to see him. Even if your regular patrons or whatever are either not attending or may not realize that that night is for that artist and it's not like a regular night as it should be or as it would be. So also, yeah, make sure you put disclaimers before you post and do that post a few days before the event to give time for people not only to know where you're playing and what time, but also to think, okay, he's playing on Friday. Friday is salsa night, so I may want to hear this particular salsa song as opposed to playing on Saturday night, and that is more of a top 40 where salsa may not fit in that particular night. So make sure you post 2 days prior to. So then at that point, it'll start to build up with a playlist. What else did I come up with? Quick. All right, let's see. Another idea would be to all right, so eliminate eliminate unwanted requests or event or a time where you're not going to request. Also, make sure you list specific requests for certain nights. Um, Making sure that everything is time stamped so that it will be easy to find, especially if they don't list in in the uh, in the post that you created for that particular night. And like I said, the best way is to have them to comment or list the request in for that particular night. Now, let's go into this ways of advertising this. Now, the way that you want to advertise it is one through your social media, through your main or your business Facebook page, through your Instagram, your Twitter, Snapchat. If you're doing live stream, you want to have it listed there. Twitch, YouTube. If you're doing Facebook Live, you want to have it listed there as well. So you want to make sure that you promote that out early enough. Another thing, like I said in the beginning, is to have that stuff listed, have a banner or something listed right outside the door or on the door so they can see that you're not accepting any personal requests. If you want to do a request, then they need to scan that barcode, and that barcode, well, excuse me, not barcode, but QR code. They scan that QR code, it takes them to the link where you want the request to go, and then they send that request there, and you get it from there. And like I said, usually you want to try to get all this done prior before. So you may want to list, you may want to put in there, you may want to have it to where you could do a short or do quick requests, where quick requests automatically goes to an area of just requests that are listed. Then you want to have your page or your post for that particular event to where people can comment in their request. And that'll be something you'll mostly look at a little bit more detail prior to your event, and they'll be able to get it in. So those are the only two. The barcode, the QR code would be for a quick request, and if you can have that QR code, there should be a way that you can link. When you create a new QR code, you can have it linked to whatever link that you want to have it linked to. And what you will want to do here is have the current, and you'll be using the same QR code. Use the same QR code every time. Don't change your QR code. Only change the link that the QR code is scanning to. So if I scan the QR code today, what I scan in 2 more days or tomorrow, it's not going to be the same unless you want that same amount of requests to go into that same post. But you always want to change it to a newer or a fresher post. So what they scan on Friday, the barcode on Friday won't be the same on Saturday. Saturday be a whole new link that it'll take you to and a whole new request list. So have everything separate. And I would say QR code would be easier because it's no more than a person open up their camera, scan it, it'll give you a link. You click on that link will take them directly there. And by using the link where your post is for that particular event, will take them in. They can all they gotta do is put the song, the title artist, or whichever one that they can remember into the comments. And then just whenever you have time, you can look for it. Now, I know that there are services out there that can do this for you. This is just a free method, something that you can do, and you will have the playlist as long as you have that account. So you have a little bit more than what you would get through a paid service. Now, another thing that you want to do in at the end of the night is to comment to close out that post. Put in a comment that thank you for coming to hear me play, to hear my blah 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 set or whatever. Follow me on your other social media, blah blah blah. Put everything, just list everything, and thank them first, and then mention the event that they came to. So when their hangover's over, they'll be like, "Oh, this is where I was last night." And mention the event, and then also list the rest of your social media. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. I do live videos on Twitch, Play.tv, YouTube, or whatever. Basically, put your information, thank them, and put your information at the end. So if it's a new person, they'll be able to follow. That's how you build. That's how you build your list up. And I guess that's all that I wanted to list about that. And I wanted feedback from others to see exactly what other ideas that people can come up with. But we didn't get the well, I didn't get the crowd that I wanted tonight. So maybe after this is replayed, you can still put in the comments down here any suggestions that you would like to make that maybe I didn't mention. And it's always good to have a second opinion of eyes and ears because I I don't get everything correctly and I don't know everything, but what I do know, I do share. So that's the reason we're putting this together to brainstorm, share, and get a lot of information that that we both may need in order to get stuff done. So that's the reason that I'm sharing this information. It was an idea that came up. Uh, I probably have put it together more now than what I did just thinking about it. So now it's something that I can probably do more in reality because I've said enough to stack and to build and to actually create. So if anybody has any ideas, make sure that you comment onto here. Make sure just make sure you like, share, and subscribe my videos. It helps out a whole lot to know that people is really digging the information that I'm putting out there. And over time, I add more new content for 2021. I got more stuff that's coming up as I finish the studio. Right now, I'm in Studio One. This is Black Box Studio. And Black Box Studio is a two-room studio. This is uh, recording, recording and production for audio is done over here. video, photography, editing, um, CD duplication, CD recording, anything on the video side and photo side is done over here. Audio over here, video over here, and this board right behind me. This is the DAW that I use. A lot of people like to use Pro Tools for their DAW. I use this, but I can also use this with Pro Tools. So I use this because I like a all-in-one DAW, especially hardware, where I'm not worried about building a new computer or upgrading a computer every time there's a new version go out. Everything is recorded on here. I can do from pre-production to mastering, create the actual finished product on CD from here. And there's a lot of other DJs like DJ Jelly. He has one of these. Jazzy Jeff, he has one. I don't think it may not, he may have this particular model, but I know he has one of the rolling pieces. So there's a lot of other DJs as well as producers. Um, Producers, recorded engineers, or whatever. This was a bad piece back in the 90s, and there's still people that use it today. And it's if you don't know, it's the Roland VS 2480, which is the VS stands for Virtual Studio. Um, I have actually two of these. This is one right here, and I have another one. Okay, where is my other one? I have a second one around here. So, oh, yes, in the other studio. It's in the other studio. The ROM on it needs to be flash, so I need to get that one. That's what I need to check into tomorrow. See if I can get that one up and running. So that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Now, like I said, this is recording studio, audio over here, Pro Tools, Ableton Live, um, my production stuff. Use this Akai APC 40. I use that with Ableton as well as in the other room, and also bang out the beats on machine. And then I also have a full keyboard workstation right here that I use to play keys and also to make beats and whatever. And this is a Roland XP60 that I use to record directly there and to any other workstation. And then I also got another drum machine is in the studio behind the camera, and that is the Boss DR5. Now in the other studio two, that is the DJ production, my practice room, and a cipher room. I have a four turntable or four deck or four setups in there. Three are turntables. One is set of Rain 12, which is where I do most of my production work and where I am most of the time when I'm in that room. The other two I use whenever I feel like I want to use vinyl or even control vinyl with Serato or whatever, or whatever it is that I want to use, and I want to do it with a different mixer or a different set of decks. And it's also a scratch cipher room where once the pandemic is over and we get the basement finished, it's completely built down here that I'll probably start hosting DJ ciphers, inviting other DJs over to do jam sessions. It's also where I do my tutoring, whether it's for adults or kids. So if there's any kids out there or adults out there that want to learn how to DJ, contact me. I can teach you how to DJ. I can teach you how to DJ. Um, I use uh, I use classroom like um, I use classroom like procedures. So I have a whiteboard in there. I also could do whiteboard in the program. Everything right now is mostly online. I prefer to do online better, but as time come, I will have it open to where I can do in-house sessions. But since we're going through a pandemic, I could do online sessions, and I do some online sessions. All right, I got a contact. I got a question, Mr. Prince. Let me see what you said here. Yeah, told you. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I told you last week that. Oh yeah, you said you had the XP50. Tried to break it out at the beginning of the pandemic, and it didn't damn work. Ended up buying a Roland FA06. Seemed to work for me well. All right, get with me in a few minutes and let me know what happened. You said it didn't. So what? Did it not work for you, or it didn't work? Period. Like as in, it didn't function. Because I had problems learning how to learn the flow of the XP60, and I still have my manuals, and I can also download the manuals too. And I'm gonna have to go back through them because it's been a while since I used it. I mean, I know how to do a basic sequence, but then there's a lot of stuff inside of it that I don't know how to do. So I need to go back and be able to learn how to do that. I don't know how to do. I can't remember how to do a step sequence or to do step programming in it. I mean, mostly everything I play is off the top and by measures or whatever. So let me know. And that FA is that the FA06? That's the Phantom, right? That sounds like the Phantom. So yeah, you really moved up. One of my friends that had this that inspired me to get this one. He I think he got rid of his 60 and now has a Phantom, which the Phantom is for the Roland is like the beast. Let's see. Didn't work out. Period. Got all the manuals. No sound coming out. No sound coming out. Hmm. Not even through the headphones. Now, I know this is a crazy question. You bought it used, right? One thing about me and equipment, if I buy anything used, it's gonna have to be tested on site. So I mean, if you bought it used and um, you didn't test it, I would have tested it right then before paying for it. 16, 16 sampling pads, 16 sequence tracks. Yeah, that's for the 60. Oh, if you didn't get no sound through the headphones, then yeah, you probably really had something going on there. So yeah, I would have took it. You bought it brand new and nothing through the headphones. All right, now headphones, volume, and then you should be able to hit any key and it should start playing. second. Okay, it's initializing. It's not going to do anything because well, have to wait till all the tracks load up. Sam Ash, New York, late 90s. Yep, that's when I got this one. I got this one probably 99, maybe 2000. This was after. Oh, no, 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 no. This one has been set up for over probably 15 years. This one has been sitting up even longer because I haven't been playing it. I've had mine sitting up longer than yours, so I know that shouldn't be an issue. All right, let's see if I can. All right. Uh, hadn't finished initializing yet. All right, hold on a second. Get this to where I can see it. All right, I think that's about it. Is see, I've had mine for over 20 years. I only know how to play a few songs. Usually, I can play stuff by ear, just by figuring it out. Let's see, where's the drum track? And I still haven't figured out. Like I said, I don't know. I may go through the manual. That's too fast. I haven't got the snare in there yet. Alright, it's not a good snare on this kit. You got floppy disk with stuff on it? Oh, I got this. I mean, a lot of these discs, I haven't really put anything on them yet. Stop that. These are the discs that I have to start. I haven't really done anything on it. The disc that I got in here now probably only got one track on it. These are discs that I had that some of them have tech stuff on it from when I worked at Best Buy. Like this one has Norton backup stuff. This is as you can see, it got a Best Buy sticker on it because they had to put stickers on it whenever we brought stuff into the store. This one right here is this is a Best Buy tool disc. I don't know if you can see it. It says pre-check that we used to use, but this is a lot of discs that I don't need anymore, and they are very outdated. So I have them saved here for the purpose of using with my XP60, which I will start eventually filling up in 2020 because nobody don't use floppy disk anymore. I thought about changing. You could possibly change out the floppy drive and put either a micro SD card or what is that? Not an SD. Oh man, I can't think of it now. Put in some other type of drive, something to replace that I have in there. But I mean, if you want, I take more floppy disks because I'm sure over time I'm probably gonna fill these up. But that's the starter kit that I have, and I think those are all that I have. So the one you have is the Phantom, right? Can I raise this up any higher? I need to come down with the camera if you want to see it. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing more stuff here in the studio. Turn this light down. Sometimes I can play stuff just by feel when I can hear when I can hear it in my head based off the keys. And you know, most artists these days they only like they would produce a track like that. It's no real production into it. It's just they'll hit a key, then they'll find the next key that'll match it. And that right there, that's easy production right there. FA06. 49 key. And that's gonna be my thing for 2021. I'm gonna start learning how to play instruments. So I'm probably gonna take maybe an hour or so and start learning how to play piano. We have I have the keyboard. I have this workstation here upstairs, probably right here. Yeah, about right here, right in front of where I'm sitting now, above me. We have a upright piano. I have a electric drum set in the corner upstairs, and I also have probably two or three guitars. My son, oldest, probably has more guitars than I do. He has two guitars. He just got one electric guitar for Christmas from his friends, and I think he got a ukulele too. So we may become a family soon of playing instruments, since there's a lot of time to learn. And so you can create something real easily if you just if you know your keys. And see, I play just by feel. Go for it. Still learn how to. Oh yeah, guitar. Oh yeah, I learned how to do that long time ago. I don't know how to play, but I know how to string it, and I know how to tune it. I use the app. Find the app on the App Store or Google Play or whatever that can use tune. But then I also have actual tuners too that I use to do tuning. But basically now I'm done. I had before you came in, I thought you was here earlier. I had already I had already talked about the request, and to do a recap, what I had mentioned is to create something, create a different account, or create a different page with social media. And I would use Facebook more because I'm on Facebook most of the time. So, say for instance, with Facebook, create a personal page. On that personal page, create create a post. Have everybody to any of your fans or whatever, say 100, 200 of your fans that may constantly view that post, and you have that particular page just for requests. Anybody that may want to do requests. So whenever you do a different event, you will post it 2 days prior of letting them know that you're playing at this venue on this certain night or whatever, and now you tell them start putting in your requests. Have them to go ahead and start putting their request in 2 days early. And so let's say for instance you have somebody that's not on that page already. Say if somebody's new coming in, and they want to make a request, and to keep them from coming up to you, put a barcode up at the door that says for requests, to get your requesting. And you may want to have it, all requests may not fit, have a notice saying requests if requests may not fit in with current mood or genre, or the music for the night, it may not get played. Let them know that it may not get played if it doesn't fall in that category, but have them to scan the QR code. The QR code will take them to your Facebook page or take them to the link. You will want to leave it open to the public so it'll be easy to access. If you close it to friends only, then that means they won't be able to get to it. So you leave it open. You have the link for that QR code for that night attached to the post that you have for that event. They will go to that post, make their request there. Then just in the comments, you have all the music that's played for that night, that people will request for that night. Now you could use that playlist for that night. You can, if there's music on that playlist that you don't have, that's how you can use that to your advantage. Like if there's an artist or a track or something that's new that you haven't heard of, but you know that other people out there listening, then that's something that you need. So at that point, you want to go and add that to your collection or whatever. And with you have your own record pool that will let you know what music that people are listening to, what you need to have in your collection, and so forth. So that will help out. And then every event you change. You only change the link, not the QR code. Now, you may want to have several QR codes for different venues. May want to have one QR code that you use for venue A, as opposed to having a QR code that you use for venue B. You can have, you could do, especially if you're doing one venue this night and another venue this night. You will have two that you would have to create on the same day. Where if you're, well, not the same day, you would have to have them staggered over. One created on Tuesday, the other one created on Wednesday, for event on Friday and an event on Saturday. So you want to have it, like that. Now, just I didn't even have this much thought of when I started tonight. I only had that: use a QR code, use social media, have people to comment to it. But I didn't have it put all together. But as I started thinking of it, it started snowballing into how it can actually work. And this can work to where it be free. The only thing that you would have to do is just change it every so now and then. And then at the end of the night or the next day or whatever, you close the comments out. You close the comments for that post. That way, when you close it, it's no more comments will be made to it. It's closed. It's completely closed. If a person wants to put in another request for another night, it goes to the next post, which will basically have them to attend that event. But to close out, you said for thank you for coming to blah blah event. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Start putting out your social media. So if this is a person that doesn't have all that contact information, they have it, and they can also share it to other people and make it so it's shareable, so somebody else can share that specific group or page or whatever, so that you have more followers. That was the idea I came up with. In theory, it can work. There may be some downfalls. I just haven't came up with the downfalls yet. Right now, I'm just thinking as for how it may work. I think I need a little bit more light. Yep, I do. Yeah, I was just thinking of as for how it would work as opposed to how it wouldn't work. So that was the idea that I had with let's see. Go forward, still learning. Oh, I already saw that one. Used to hook up the XP with the Roland Emix Studio. Never heard of the Roland Emix Studio. SP808EX. Never heard of that one either. Now, like I said, I used to have the smaller version of this, which is the 880, the Roland VS 880. I bought that one like in, I want to say 93, maybe 93. I still have that beat playing. I lost it. And most music now, that's all it is. And it may change to. See that, and that will be a hit from trap music or whatever. Oh man. So what do you got going on for the new year? Oh, I feel some stuff coming on down.
Two, one, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4. Come on, 4. Funky. 3, 4. Stop. 2, go. 1, 1. Come on. Yeah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
I think I'm because I didn't even know I had that. That sounds like an 808 kick. Let me see, is that? It is. And the 808 snare.
Good evening. Yes.
See, I didn't even know I had that on here. Oh, we making beats tonight. No, I had already been through the topic for the night, and I was just showing what I have here in the studio, and I ended up pulling. I ended up pulling my workstation up from up under the desk, which let me tilt this down a little bit. And I'm gonna need to tilt the screen down. And the camera is all out of focus. Tilt. Yeah, it's just started playing around with some stuff that's been sitting collecting dust. Eric said he had one of these. So then I just started playing around.
Yeah. Come on. 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Now, this is a question I want to ask. Do any of y'all have and I found one for somebody. I had somebody that was asking me earlier for a countdown track. Did anybody create a countdown track for 2021? SP 808EXU zip disk. Let's see. No. Oh, wait a minute. No. You don't want to go on the zip disk. I got zip disk. Now, zip disk on a SCSI zip drive. That's what I got. I got a SCSI zip drive. And I don't see it around where I can put my hands on it. But this right here, I can record on it from SCSI. I even have the SCSI CD recorder that records at 2x for that. That it didn't initially go with that because this right here has its own CD drive or it has a drive in it already. I don't know I can't remember whether it's CD or DVD, but it has its own drive in it already. So I don't need to use it because it's really, really slow.
Two, three, four. Come on.
Yeah, I found that kick.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Love that 808. Now, when I put that right there, and that's the reason that I got that effects. This right here, this piece of equipment right here. It's the Aphex. What is it? Yeah, Aphex. A roll exciter with big bottom. That's what DJ Magic Mike used to use to get that low bass, and that's what I got that for, to create that that low sustained bass sound. For some reason, I can't use it now because the adapter on it went bad, so I got to get another adapter for it. I can't even tell you the last time I heard someone say SCSI. People still use SCSI. I have actual SCSI cards. I even got SCSI drives. I know I can put my hands on those. Now let me show one of the guys in the zone one of these. A 10 gig drive. Look how thick that is. And let me show you what a normal drive looks like. Because this is not a normal drive. This is a SCSI. I want to say a SCSI Type 2. Where my normal drives at? I can't even get to the drives. Oh, wait a minute. This is a regular SATA drive. 2 terabyte. This is the drive I was just holding in my hand. Now look at the size difference. This one got to be probably almost twice the size. Scuzzy, my friend, Scuzzy. This is a server drive. And actually, this 9 gig drive is faster than this 2 terabyte. Even though this has much more space on it, this one has more RPMs. This one is 10,000 RPMs per second or per minute or something like that. If I'm right. Yeah. And it has more letters on it too. The regular SATA goes 700 RPMs. But they're both server type storage. So oh yeah, this is what we started out before we even talked about SCSI and other drives. See now this keyboard. Now what you know about these, Steven? Now, I'm sure you know about these. Eric said he had a lot of these, and these are the ones that I have to use for this keyboard when I start saving. Wait a minute, let me see. Wait, hold on. Let's see. This is the first time I told my grandmother I was good. You told her you had SCSI and you got slapped. Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. Oh, you got five and a quarters. Oh man, y'all got some old. I don't even have them anymore. I think the 5 and a quarters I used to have are back home because I got an old Tandy computer that had two 5 and a quarter drives on it, dual drives on it. Man, I thought that was the shit to have 2 5 and a quarter drives connected to a computer. And that was like that was in the 80s. I wasn't even out of high school then. DSD. I never heard of it called that. DS. Double-sided density disc or something like that. If I'm right, double-sided, or was it dual-sided? I can't remember. That's old technology. But yeah, this is what I'm gonna start doing. Production right here, recording here. Got Pro Tools, Ableton over there, an audio station on this area behind me. I have a double-sided. Yep, double-sided single density. Okay, I knew I was close. Over on this side, that I'm gonna start doing Pro Tools, but mostly video editing, photo editing, and then I have a whole collage of. Let me let this down. Over here, I have a whole collage of recorders. I don't even know if I can pull that one out. That one's heavy. Let me see if I can turn this camera. All right, tell me if y'all seen one of these before. All right, this is, and you probably can't see it from the angle that it's turned in. Let's see if I can pull it out. This is made by Disc Makers. You can't see the label on it because the label is turned in my direction, and this chair's in the way. And this light bulb. This can make a whole spindle of this. Put your empty spindle, drop your empty spindle right there. Your full spindle, I think it goes a drop on here. This arm swings out, goes down, pick up a disc, and I may be ruining doing this, but I'm hoping that picks up the disc, brings it over to here, drops it all the way down. There are two drives right here, two recording drives. It puts it in, start recording on each one. When it's finished, it pulls it up. This door flips back. Tray slides out here. I can't get that to stay open. But anyway, this tray slides out, which, yep, there you go. I can pull it. Put the disc on the tray. Tray slides in. It actually prints. IBM. Wait, let me see what y'all talking about. First computer I had 10 meg hard drive. I thought a 10 meg hard drive, thought you would never feel. IBM XT. That was huge back then. Yeah, but this right here, this does it all. Drop the empty spindle in, make sure the tone, make sure the print, the ink cartridge is full, and it makes probably up to 100 discs. That one right there is your basic standard. What is it, 11 or 12? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That one can make up to 11 discs, or basically 1 to 11. Up on the shelf, well, no, not on the shelf, right here in the back. Right here. That's a standard double recorder. And I got a few more somewhere. Probably 2 more that does like 1 to 1. But that one is 11, 1 to 11. That one is a mess. And I haven't used this one because it runs on the program runs on XP. So I have to use an old laptop or an old desktop, which I got a couple of them that I'm gonna try to use to get that one back running. But since nobody doesn't do CDs anymore, I don't have a use for it. So but Yep, that's about it. This is, like I said, this is Studio One. We've been, and I hate that it does this to my shirt. Um, we've been here for 6, 7 years, and I have never used this room. When we moved in, I just took all the equipment that I had because in the other house, all this was in one room, and I didn't have as much stuff as I had now. I've over the past 6 years, I've accumulated a whole lot of stuff, or I had a lot of stuff that was in the garage. I didn't have as many turntables and stuff, so that stuff has started to stack up. But this room sat for like 6 years. I had the stuff sitting here. I built the desk. Um, this part of it, this up here, I had this at the other house. The actual desk itself was something different. I got this from a company that was clearing out their cubicles. So I ended up getting a whole bunch of cubicle desks. This whole wall is nothing but cubicles. There's one cubicle right here. The other one starts right here to right here, and then there's another, and there's both corners on each end, and that's why I got the different workstations. Audio right there, audio, photo, and mass production is back here. So that's about it. Other than there's nothing else. I got a 1210 right here. I use Technics 1210 that I really don't need. I can sell it because I got another turntable that I can use, but I got it for sampling when I use Machine. And I've had this for a couple years and haven't really learned how to use this either. So I got Machine, Pro Tools, Ableton Live, audio on here. I got Adobe Audition on there too in case I need to use it. For Ableton, I use this either there or I use it in the production center, the DJ room, which is right behind the camera. The other room is right behind where the camera is mounted, and the 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 room is open. The basement is not finished, so that's what the project is. Hopefully for next year and 2020, 2021, and 2022. Hopefully to have this finished. I'm gonna start doing networking soon because I want to have it like I want it. And I got insulation. The insulation I got for this studio, that studio, and the way basically these three rooms from here, there, and then on the other side of the studio, which is a uh, game room slash home theater. I have a acoustic insulation that goes between the walls. It's fireproof, it's waterproof, it's soundproof. It's made out of rock. It's some type of rock insulation. You can buy it from Home Depot. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I think it's called Roxio or something like that. But it's the same thing. It's just that I got the commercial version. There was a company in Columbus, Georgia, that had posted on Craigslist that uh, uh, the buyer that they were supposed to send it to had canceled the order, and they didn't want it, but they didn't have nowhere to store it, so they was getting rid of it. So me and a couple guys from the zone, uh, they got U-Hauls, they got trucks, they got trailers. I went down there in our van. I think I took the seats out. I went and got two loads, and I had it. I had it stacked from front to back and then including on the top. So I drove 2 hours back and then I went down maybe a few days later and got another load. So I think I got enough to finish this whole side of the basement that I want done. Hopefully. Hopefully. All right, let's see. Reaper, Ableton, Cubase, Pro Tools, Reaper. Any preferences? Now I've heard of Reaper, but I haven't used it yet. Is that audio? Is that recording or is that production? Or is that a plugin? Now I started out using Cubase. Only reason I got Pro Tools now is that's because that's what they use at the church. So whenever I'm mixing the live stream at church, that's what I'm mixing. I'm mixing on Pro Tools, which I mean it didn't take me that long to get used to. I just now got to get used to all the plugins and shortcuts that they use. So that's why I'm doing that. So next time I go in, I'll be able to get around a lot quicker. But I mean, I've been doing it for a couple times that I've been doing the service, so I don't really have to worry about it as much now. Let's see. Yeah, Reaper. That's what I was thinking. It's a DAW, but I didn't think that it was Ableton and Cubase. Yeah, I started out with Cubase. Now I'm thinking I'm gonna see if I can try to find Cubase. I may just get Cubase just to have it as well. But I think now mostly everybody like using Pro Tools. And like I said, I actually like using this over Pro Tools, but I can use it as a control board for Pro Tools, which means that I can do all my hands on it. And that's what I like to be able to control stuff instantly, as opposed to using a mouse or iPad or whatever. Started with Cubase, also bootleg. Yeah, Cubase didn't have you had to require the iLok in order to use Cubase. You can use Cubase without having to have the flash drive in order to have the license. Oh, excuse me. All right, so guys, what y'all got going on for 2020? 2020. Man, I keep saying 2020. I do not want to leave out this year. What are y'all plans for 2021? Started off with Acid Pro. Then moved Cubase, but I like Ableton because it's close to Acid. Yeah, Ableton uses what they call clips. So those are like short audio files or short audio or are they more like sounds? I don't know. I never really used Ableton a whole lot for production. Use it mostly for recording. I don't know if you ever used it with Scratch Live with that process they call the bridge. And let me pull that up. When I saw this video, I'm like, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. All right, now check this out. All right, hold on. Let me share this. And to this day, I still don't know how he put that together. I would watch this over and over again, and I still can't figure out how he did it. Yep, he used it like live mode. He takes all his clips and he can import his clips into the decks. And that's what they did with Ableton Live and Scratch Live. They created a, like they said, a bridge. They bridged together. You had the mixtape that you could do, the mixtape feature, and then the other feature, which I can't remember what it's called. And so then that's when I fell in love with just with doing that, with having that. doing what old Dougie Fresh song title is. Nothing. Trying to stay alive. So that's why and they had more. They had another video, but not enough people didn't really use it, and they were supposed to implement it into. I don't know if they're supposed to implement it in Serato DJ Pro, but Serato DJ is supposed to have. Oh, Eric, did you ever figure out the license? Um, what you was asking about earlier about your license. Now, if you have a license on two computers already, you want to go to a third one, you have to take the license off one. You have to go to either your account and well, either way, it's going to take you to Serato. You can either go through Serato directly by clicking my Serato and then go into your account, and then it'll take you to the Serato page and it'll go to your account, and you have to release the computer that you don't want the license to be linked to, and then that's where you can free it up and allow it to use to another computer. Okay, I haven't seen this one. I don't think I've seen this video. He got a lot of songs in his crates. And trying to get back to the StreamYard. And that's what I wanted to do. Oh, there's no sound. Now that sucked. I didn't even know there was no sound. It wasn't even a sound coming through from the speakers back into the mic, was it? Yeah, I may do it through a computer next time. I still haven't figured out why it doesn't do sound. You do share screen with the video, but it won't do the sound. Okay, that sucks. All right, guys. Well, I am about to wrap it up unless you have anything else that y'all want to share. Like I said, this is the last show for 2020. I want to go ahead and get this out. I did mention again a suggestion about how to eliminate the request by having a page and then having a QR code that's linked to a post. You create a post for the event that you're about to do, create it 2 days ahead so everybody can see it and they can start putting their request on it. Now, at that venue, you have the QR code at the door. So they can still do it. They can scan, send in a request. You can also have the request in front of the booth. Scan it, put in request. That way you get people that won't bother you with requests. Of course, you're still gonna have people, but you just point down at the QR code. Now, with that, you build more followers because they're gonna have to log into your site, or they're gonna have to go to your page or whatever to put the request in. Now, at the end of the night, when the event is over, or the next day or whatever, you go and close up that particular post. You close up the post by saying, "Thank you for joining me at whatever the venue name is. Please like, share, subscribe, and then put all the rest of your social media so they can follow you there and they can share it to other people." Now, you said, did I hear him with the live mode for the bridge? Yeah, I saw that. And actually, I'm gonna go through it now and try to remember how to do it, because there used to be two ways of doing it. So when I get off in a minute, I'm gonna go through and try to set the bridge up in the other studio. I might do it in here too. And I think I gotta have Ableton 1.8 in order. No, I gotta have Ableton 8 in order to do it. That's what they did the bridge with. But I think here I have Ableton 10 or Ableton 9, so I may not be able to do it here. But I still got stuff in here. I got to put all the stuff together. I got cables I got to organize. I got video stuff I got to do. I still got a lot of stuff in here that I got to do and organize it. So that's what I need to do, and I want to get all this done real soon so I can go ahead and get started. Eric, you got me on doing beats and stuff now, so I got an idea of something I want to do. I'm gonna bring the drums down here and start trying to get familiar to using drums. I just got stuff that I want to do. Let me see what you said. I look back at these videos that you did this year. You have 2020 vision. Man, I got videos that y'all have not seen yet. I got video because I've been doing this. This is probably, I think this is either the second or the third year that I've been doing this. And I got videos that y'all haven't seen because I did some. I started out using Be Live TV instead of StreamYard. And then even then I did Be Live from Facebook. I would record directly to Facebook. And so I have those recordings saved on a computer somewhere, and then I can also pull them up. So I got videos that I haven't even published yet, and some people haven't seen because they're not on YouTube. And that's what I need to do. I'm gonna do the editing for them over here on Sony Vegas, maybe iMovie or whatever. If I haven't decided what type of computer that I want to do over here. I already have an i7 Dell over here with I think I put 16 gigs of RAM in it. A desktop with two dual screens. But I haven't done anything over here yet. So I'm gonna have the two workstations independently. If I need to do video stuff, I'm gonna be sitting over here. If I need to do audio stuff, I'm sitting over here. If I'm doing stuff with recording here, which also it'll be used to record to control Cubase and Pro Tools with everything on the screen here because let's see, trying to remember how to switch this back. Oh, I don't even have it connected. But this right here has a keyboard. You can't see it because it's in the way. It has a keyboard that I use with it, and keyboard, mouse, and monitor. This is the monitor actually for this one, but I got it connected to that one for the logo screen. All right, guys. I am about to sign off because my voice is starting to dry up again. And just like I told somebody earlier, in order for me not to catch Rona, I got to stay hydrated, at least drinking something hot. So I'm about to go and I don't know, because it's kind of cold down here. It's not, it was real cold last night because it was cold outside. Since it's warm enough now, I don't need to have, because I would have on a jacket down here because I got the concrete walls and I think there's a draft coming in from somewhere. So I don't need it tonight, but I am about to go and make something a little bit warm, cup of coffee or whatever, bring it down here and try to get some work done. So I will catch y'all guys later. I will catch you guys later. And thank y'all for joining me on Atlanta DJ Zone Tech Tuesday Live. I will see y'all in 2021. Also, look out because starting this week, I know I've been saying this a whole lot, but it's now about to fall in place. And I got somebody special that I'm going to do first for this. Look out for In the Zone. In the Zone will be a segment that I will play before I start the topic of the week or the topic for the podcast, where I would ask a DJ from the zone 5 questions. I would ask them 5 questions and let them play, let them answer the questions and so forth. And I may even ask a bonus question in there, depending on if there's information that you want other people to know about you. I may add that on as well. But there's 5 questions, and I'm gonna start this week. I've already picked out who I want to be for my first guest, and I'm excited about that. I've already mentioned it, so I'm gonna try to get that done next week before the show start next week. So look for that because I got to create videos and clips and stuff to create that. But in 2021, I'm gonna be doing a little bit more production with the podcast. Right now, I'm still kind of being lazy with it. I'm having issues at the last minute. So I'm going to really try to put more into this to where basically I'm on time, because it's just when I'm starting to get stuff working, stuff stop working or stuff is not working or whatever. So I need to get it a little bit more organized. So I got some plans in order to get it organized for 2021. So be patient with me. In 2021, I have a little bit more organized. But now I'm about to sign off. I will catch y'all later. See y'all in 2021. Everybody, if I don't see you again, you have the rest of a safe and happy holiday, corona free, and a happy new year. I will catch y'all later. I am out. Peace.